Let's go. Welcome back, Torin.
We're back.
Start the week off. Now,
Ooh.
we have a rundown of what we're going to do today. But as I'm pouring this, I want to hear about your weekend. 5 minutes or less. Life is Beautiful, Las Vegas, 2022. How was it?
It was an awesome weekend. It was full of sports bets that went wrong, full of water slides through shark tanks.
The Golden Nugget.
Yeah, Golden Nug, full of nights till 5 a.m., full of weird shit on Fremont Street. The whole package.
I like how you didn't say anything about any of the concerts.
To be honest, I did actually like.
Did you even go to a show?
I like the shows. I like the shows better this year than last year. Let's see. Kygo was good. Cage the Elephant was good.
Oh, that was cool.
Alice in Wonderland was dope. Ferguson Motel was sick as always.
Wow. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, there's a lot of good shows. Saw Big Wild.
He's always fun. That's a fun.
Phantoms was good. Kyle Watson was really cool.
Okay.
Calvin Harris to close it out, which was good as always. So yeah, it was a blast.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounded like fun. I wish I could have gone, but we did get to play some bets. We can start. We can segue from there because when we start each episode, we got to drink. Drink our losses away from the previous week. So if we look at the board real quick, this isn't fully up to date, but basically when we start the show, we need last place in fantasy drinks and last place in Pickems drinks.
Yep.
Now, I qualify for fantasy. We tied in fantasy, right? We both
both qualify in fantasy.
Okay, so we both drink for that one. That's a first. Next,
and then,
the Pickems.
Pickems, you got me beat, so I'll drink. But I did not finish dead last, so a little bit of a moral victory there.
Yeah. And as far as our bets that you placed in Vegas, they all went down. We got one push, so we got our money back on one of them. So
yeah,
but we lost. We lost our long shot parlay, which it was a long shot. Not a big surprise. The Saints one killed me. I just want to say, this was probably the worst day of gambling / fantasy I've ever had. So my fantasy football, first of all, survivor pick, I pick your Raiders, and I think they have it in the bag, and they just totally just troll job and lose the game. So I'm out of survivor.
And they weren't the only one. There was 4 other teams, 3 or 4 other teams that felt like did that same thing.
Yeah, so I lost for survivor.
Yeah.
I'm also in 3 fantasy football leagues. Lost all 3.
That's tough.
In a 2 quarterback league, going into Monday night, I had 25 points as a team. Both of my quarterbacks had already played. I had broken ankle. I had broken ankle Trey Lance, and I had Matt Ryan who threw 17 interceptions. It was just horrible.
It's gonna be a tough league the rest of the way.
It was bad. So I lost all 3 of my fantasy. Last in fantasy this week for soccer, and we lost our bets. So I'm just gonna drink at least half of my beer for that one.
We'll do a big drink there. We did. Both of us lost on our prop bet wagers from last week as well. You had
add that in there.
You had Brentford and I had Leicester. They both lost.
Yeah.
And then there was a red card as well. So we'll take one more sip. Did you see that, by the way?
I actually didn't. I assume it was a double yellow, but
no, it was a straight red. It's one of those. It's he was going for the ball and he kind of tried to pull out, but his leg was up at like stomach level, and he just karate kicked Jack Grealish like in the stomach with his cleats. Like it was bad contact, but it looked like he tried to pull out a little bit. So I was curious what you thought about it. I mean, it's one of those where it's like,
You know what's sad is I watched those highlights. I didn't watch the game, but I watched the highlights. And I don't remember it. I think I was passing out. I think that was part of the reason I fucked up so much. I fell asleep and I screwed up my fantasy for football on Sunday. So it was, yeah, it was.
Well, everything got screwed up when the first game we were going to bet happened before I even went
on
to place
Friday,
bets.
yeah, and then there was all the postponed games. It was just a fucked up week, and we need to put it behind us.
It was tough. Yeah, so we lost on our. So just quickly looking at our bets. So from last episode, we went through a few that we liked. So we went with the. So one of the parlays, we went Newcastle to win at home against Bournemouth, and then Tottenham to win against Leicester at home. So that was about even money with that two favorite parlay, and of course Newcastle hits the post twice. Can't seem to score a second goal, and
they could have easily won that game.
Yeah, it was there to take. They didn't take it. And then we had our long shot you already talked about. So we had Brentford to win against Arsenal, and then the Saints to do some damage at 2.5 against the Bucks. That didn't work out.
No.
And then we had our
to be fair though, we placed that bet before the news that Alvin Kamara wasn't going to play.
True. So, and we knew going in with the Brentford pick already that it was a big long shot.
Yeah.
I think there should have been even better odds on that. It was only at plus 320 for the Brentford win. That should be more like plus 500 or something. So
yeah, especially when Arsenal's been playing.
We did push on our so we went for the Manchester City Wolves over at 3 goals, and they were well on their way there. They had 2 goals in 15 minutes, then got a red card, and managed to only score 1 goal the remaining hour of the game. So that was really unfortunate. Felt like they weren't really putting it on.
I will say, though, I feel good about our 2 bets in the future, though. I feel like they're not long shots. Yeah, there they are. Hold on to those, because we got Tottenham against Frankfurt in Germany. But
no, that one didn't go through, actually.
What?
They weren't letting us bet single game Champions League. They don't do that. Sportsbook doesn't do single game Champions League. They do. You could do to win the Champions League. So I do have
futures.
Straight bet Man City to win the Champions League at plus 250.
Okay.
And then they did let me bet on the futures for the World Cup. So we got in at Portugal at plus 1,600.
I feel like those are such good odds, and I actually think I definitely wouldn't pick them as the favorite, but I think they are good enough to actually win the thing.
You can see a way it could happen. I mean, they did it in 2016 with the Euros,
yeah,
right?
They won the Euros.
They beat France in the final. Yeah, so
their roster's loaded with talent of players in their prime. They have a lot of experience. Like,
I think it's a great value pick there. Plus 1,600 for a top end team.
Oh
so.
Yeah. What was the
really happy with that
total?
one.
What did we end up putting on that? 50?
We put 50 down on that, so that'll win us $800 if it comes through.
Let's go. That'll pay for the rest of the season right there.
And then we got 100 down on Man City. That'll win us 250. So we could have $1,000 in winnings right there if those 2 come through. So that can make up for all the crap we went through this weekend, all the bullshit, all the games starting on Friday, all the fucking bad odds, all the posts getting hit, can't score against 10 men for a fucking hour, all that shit. So.
Oh, I should have done this earlier so we can call this a technical difficulty, but weekly recap. There we go.
Cheers.
Drink on the technical difficulty. Whenever there's technical difficulty, you got to throw it back. All right, where do you want to start?
A quick shout out to fuck the Rams and fuck the Raiders. Also fucked me over, so.
God damn
God
your
damn.
Raiders. I yeah. I don't even want to talk about it.
Very Raiders game right there.
Phew, just gross. Let's talk about something positive. What was your favorite game from the weekend?
I think the most exciting to watch. I mean, I had the most fun watching the Tottenham game, Leicester game. It was so back and forth to start. If you look at the scoreboard, you think, oh, it's just absolute
Yeah.
beatdown with in the end. But Leicester looked very competitive with them. It was open ended, back and forth, good goals, like good like open play. So that was definitely the most enjoyable game of the weekend. It's so crazy to look at Leicester. They have 1 point through 7 games, dead last, and they're not a bottom team. They're just not. They have good players. And they play well, and it's just crazy. I don't understand it.
Well, okay, I was gonna bring this up in my trivia as like a sidebar, but I'll bring it up now. So they've struggled to start the year, but I will say these are the teams that they've played. Brentford, they opened the season, they tied. Then they played Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United, Brighton, who's been playing well, and then their Villa game got postponed, and then they had to play Tottenham. So, I mean, it's been a tough start to the schedule. I think they'll bounce back. They have after this, they have Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, Leeds, Wolves. Like they'll.
Yeah.
I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, I think they will too. Yeah, that's a real tough start. They're second to last in goal differential, -12. Only Bournemouth has a worse differential, and they had that whatever it was 9-0 beatdown or whatever against Liverpool. So yeah, I mean they're going to need to turn it around. They've scored 10 goals. It's like they're scoring goals against good teams. So.
And now they have Madison back. They're much more dynamic.
Yeah, but he's good. I mean, yeah, he's great. Have him back. So, but yeah, I think that was the most fun game to watch. What did you like from the weekend?
Yeah, you got to talk about that hat trick too. Off the bench hat trick, pretty sick.
Son is back. Yeah.
Yes. All right. I baited you into it a little bit, but you said one of my names. You said Son. Son is one of my Battleship names. Yeah. But how good were his goals?
They were good. Yeah. I mean, that was
dude, every one.
There was that one. I'm just thinking of that one that was just like ripped on the inside of the post, top corner.
The right-footed one or the left-footed one?
I think it was the right-footed one I'm thinking of.
That right-footed one was nasty.
Yeah.
You know what I liked about that one?
That lefty curler was good.
Yeah. Dude, he's so good, dude. He's so good.
Yeah.
He was both on our favorite 11 for the Champions League. But what I like about him is on that first goal, he had the ball and there was no one in front of him, and he was outside the 18-yard box by like 10 yards, and he just attacks the defender like, I'm trying to score right now. I'm not waiting for support. Like, I'm going. And the defender has to make a decision of, like, how do I stop him? And then the minute he, like, makes a move, he just dips to the right and just rips a perfect fucking shot. It was just so good.
Yeah.
I just
it was awesome. There was a couple times, I think even on, like, his third goal when he scored for the hat trick, I think he had a pretty easy side pass to lay it off. But he was just full balls to the wall. I'm getting this, baby.
Yeah. He was like, I'm a starter. I don't come off the bench. Put me in.
Yeah.
Fucking 3 goals.
Pissed. He is pissed. You could tell he was pissed. You saw him, he was like telling the crowd to be quiet and everything.
I mean, he's so good. He had players will always go through scoring droughts, but he's so talented. I love his game. Yeah, that game was really good. I think what was the other game I wanted to shout out?
Fulham Nottingham Forest was pretty exciting.
Yeah, that one was exciting. We lost that bet. Fulham a second half.
We didn't actually lose the bet because the game started before the bet.
But
I
wanted to place that one, but they just poured it on in the second half. 3 goals in the second half, pretty insane. And that one shot by Paulinho,
Oh yeah,
Ooh, you know that felt good. He's
that one looked
replaying
great.
that in his head every night. I would be.
Rip, absolutely ripped that shot.
Yeah, that was
And
sick.
then yeah, shout out Everton, first win of the season. Uh,
Yep.
1-0 at home against West Ham. I'd say like it was a pretty close, tight game. It felt like, and they finally got one through, and it was Malpe scored, so they
Yeah.
finally.
And Villa got a win. So I was call out Arsenal keeps cruising 3-0. Crazy. So
Yeah,
yeah, and
man.
that was all the games. Unfortunately, Chelsea Liverpool got postponed. That was a big
Man
game.
U Leeds, I think would have been exciting. Yeah, there are a couple
Yeah, it
good
was a
games.
bummer. It was a bummer of a week, that's for sure.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I was so annoyed going out to bet. To be honest, it made it a little bit easier because there's that many less bets to bet. But
yeah.
yeah, it would have been much more fun to see all those matchups.
So this weekend is international break, and then next weekend, the weekend after that, there are some good matches. So I'm excited about that. Do you want to talk about the international break at all, or any of the Nations League games?
Yeah, I mean, there's a few cool games coming up. We could just pull out real quick. So Belgium Wales played today. I'm excited to see Italy England tomorrow.
Because you
So
won't see
that'll
them in
be
the
a,
World Cup. Wah, wah.
but yeah, well, they have nothing to play for. They'll go all out. So yeah, so Italy England will be a good game. There's a Spain Switzerland on Saturday. Holland Ireland on Saturday. Czech Republic Portugal on Saturday. So some good games this weekend. Sunday is match day 6 of the league. So on Sunday you got Denmark France. You got Netherlands Belgium. That'll be a great game.
Yeah.
England Germany on Monday.
That's what I want to watch. That Monday England Germany game. I think I'll be able to watch that.
Yeah, it's gonna be at
Uh,
11:45, so we'll be able to watch
yeah,
it.
yeah. I'm gonna have to block that off on my work calendar and watch that. And then Portugal Spain as well. That
Portugal
should be
Spain
a
on
good one.
Tuesday. Yeah, it's
I
gonna be
wonder.
awesome.
Do you think Portugal and Spain like hate each other? You know, is there a rivalry there just because they're neighbors?
I feel like you would think there is, but I almost kind of feel like I don't know. You would think there would be more just with like those cultural personalities, but I almost feel like it's more like the U.S. Canada type relationship, you know. So we don't really hate Canada, you know. It's like
Well,
good for you guys,
there's a rivalry with Mexico and the
for
U.S. That's
sure.
for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah,
And
but
I live in San Diego where, you know, it's like 50-50 Mexicans and Americans here. So there's no like bad blood between like Mexican Americans, you know what I mean? It's just but
yeah,
the teams don't like each other and there's a rivalry with them. And in Canada I feel like it's just like just like not a
unless
threat
unless
maybe because
unless
they're just not a threat. They're good this year. But they've just
That's
never
probably
really
it.
been a
It's
big
probably
threat in
because
the
they're just
past.
they're just not.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really it. But yeah, so it must be much more like the U.S. Mexico. I
Yeah.
would think. Then. It just doesn't appear to be like that on the surface. But Mexico does love when we knock out somebody so that they can make it into the World Cup.
For sure.
If you remember, I remember you were telling me about the time you were listening to the radio in Spanish, and I forget who the U.S. played, but they beat somebody. And the announcer goes, Estados Unidos, we love you. We love you.
I will say so. I'm on a text thread with some friends from home, and one of them is Mexican American, and he obviously roots for Mexico. He's a big Padre fan, but roots for Mexico in international matches. But we've all agreed that like if Mexico is playing and it doesn't affect the U.S. in any way, or vice versa, where like the result of the match won't affect us, I do pull for them. You know what I mean? Like in like I want them to do well. I don't want them to crash and burn. I don't want them to do
Yeah,
better than us in a tournament, so to
yeah. You want
speak.
to like represent CONCACAF type.
Yeah, yeah, and
It,
I'll support. You know what I mean? But if I don't want them to make us look bad, and I certainly want to beat them every time we play. But it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's a weird kind of
Yeah.
rivalry relationship. If that
No,
makes
I
sense.
get it. Yeah, no, it's like yeah, no, there's things like that in other sports as well that I've felt before. I kind of like the whole idea of like NBA or something. It's like sometimes you still want your conference to win in the final, even if you lost in like the conference final or whatever. Like I felt like that before in other sports. I don't think it's like too unusual.
Yeah. Okay.
When we're playing each other, it's a
Oh
different
yeah,
story.
it's fucking. I don't know. I would love to go to a game in Azteca, but at the same time, I'd be a little terrified. I'd probably only want to go with Tony. Um, but yeah, man, it would be cool. It would be really cool. Uh, all right, quick sidebar that we don't have on the docket here, because Mexico reminded me of it. I think they have the sickest jerseys for the World Cup. The World Cup jerseys were announced, and theirs are really cool. And the U.S. are fucking bottom of the barrel. Like, I don't know how. I would have loved to seen the other designs that they X'd to go with the one that they went with. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to look at all of them? There are some
No,
really
not. See,
cool
I'm looking
jerseys.
right now. I hadn't seen all of them. I saw Mexico. I did like Mexico's. The U.S. alternate is all right,
Yeah, it's all right. The blue,
but
like tie dye one.
yeah, it's got a tie dye. Here we go. I'm looking at them all now. I really don't like this whole thing Puma's doing with like they have like a shield on the front that like boxes the number in. You'll see it on a few of the squads.
Yeah, but I do like the Senegal one.
Argentina's alternate looks cool. Saudi Arabia's is alright. Yeah, Mexico's is cool.
Mexico's is so cool.
Yeah, both of Mexico's are
Their
cool.
alternate, the red is I like as well.
Yeah, yeah, it looks like Australia got screwed over too. Like the same kind of design from Nike.
Here, watch. Give me a second, and I'll put it on. Um,
I like Germany's alternates with the red.
yeah, let me try to put it on right now. Give me a quick second. This can be definitely a technical difficulties. Drink time period. Okay.
There we go.
Let me just fix this a little bit. Crop this guy. Crop this guy. All right. So this is whatever this website's ranking of the jerseys. So number one, they have Mexico, which I agree with. Like, look at that. That's sick.
Yeah, so.
And then their alternate with the Azteca stuff. Really cool. I'm surprised they gave this second. I don't know. It's not bad. Like, it's classy. I'm not gonna hate on it, but I wouldn't rank it
Portugal?
second. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Okay, they gave Poland third. I actually don't. That doesn't look that cool to me. What's the alternate look like? Okay, I disagree with that. NBC Sports. The Japan one, I'm with it. I like the Japan one. And look at their alternate. Really
Yeah.
cool.
No, the alternate of Japan's I like a
That's
lot.
clean.
South Korea's alternate's pretty fire too. It's got the
France is pretty standard.
Dude, check out South Korea's alternate. It's got like the '90s laser tag carpet pattern.
All right, we'll get to it. I think it's on here. I think it's on here. But look, dude, Brazil's is sick. I like
Yeah,
that.
Brazil's good. Yeah.
These, oh my God, 8? I think these rival the U.S. for the ugliest jerseys in the World Cup.
I don't like this.
Look at that.
It's the same.
What
it's
the
kind of
fuck
the
is
same
this?
style almost.
What is
Yeah.
this? Like, oh my God, it's bad. I like the Croatia ones. Have you seen these?
Yeah, I just saw right now.
They look good. They always have like that like classy checker. I like it.
Yeah, but it's kind of like the slightly missing checker.
Yeah, they just changed it up a little bit.
Yeah,
Oh, what's their secondary one? I didn't see the
it's kind of
secondary.
the same, but with less checkers. It's like blue.
Oh, it's just kind of like the inverse with blue. Not a big fan of that blue, but I'll take
Yeah,
it
not
over
as good.
ours. Wait, is this one you were talking about?
Saudi Arabia, I like that green one.
Yeah,
Like
that is
that's
pretty cool. I like the white too. See, like, why couldn't we get like a cool like a lot of the? I feel like the theme, especially from Nike, is like that kind of background pattern.
yeah.
But
I mean,
ours,
they did it for the alternate, but it's like do something a little bit better for the fucking
yeah,
home jersey.
yeah. The Netherlands, okay. Not gonna hate on it. Not bad. See, I like this one. I don't know why. I like the lion. I think it's cool, but I know what you mean with the Puma
There's
stuff.
just something about it. It just like look at that. It just kind of looks like backyard like jersey to me. Like it
Yeah,
doesn't
I'm not
seem
as
like
much of a fan of the Ghana one, but I like the Rasta vibe here.
yeah. I mean, it's probably the best out of those. I would say.
Germany, I like the red and black.
I like the red one. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that one's cool.
looks good. What is this? Qatar? Okay, sure. U.S. just had to make the list. It's just so bad, dude. The white is so bad.
Yeah, I don't
I
like
feel
it.
like,
Not like that fucking thing at the top. Like,
yeah, what is that? Like, it's just, ugh,
could be better.
it's horrible. Like, I'll take any of these jerseys over the U.S. white. I got Spain. Okay, that's pretty bad. I don't like the blue, but the classy Spain look, sure. And then Australia,
They got that same neck
they
thing
did the
too on
same
their
thing, but
alternate.
at least this looks like
It looks
classier.
better with a dark color with a light one popping out, where the U.S. white's the opposite, where it's like white with a dark color.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Belgium, what is that sleeve? Hang on, real quick. I don't know if we can zoom in on it or not.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, I
It's
thought
like
it is it
flames.
flames?
It's kind of flamey. Yeah.
No. Oh God, that's bad. That's bad. Oh my goodness, that's terrible.
That is
Jesus.
pretty bad, man.
Okay.
Their alternate looks pretty throwbacky, like 80s, 90s
I
ish.
don't see it on here. They're not showing it.
Yeah. See, there's that fucking thing. I don't like that thing.
That
Like
yeah, boxing it in. Is that Uruguay?
numbers are for the back of the shirt.
Oh, that's what's really getting you. Okay. Sorry, I'm pouring my beer. I stopped. Okay, Serbia will power through these.
There you go. There's another one.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
There's another one.
That one's a little cleaner though. I kind of like it. It's like
Yeah,
open
it's a
because it's
little bit better,
open.
but
Breathes a little bit.
to me it just feels like you're like wearing like PE clothes or some shit. Like
No, I got it. But yeah, I agree with you. But I stand by this one. Probably because it's more like a shield. I don't know. I like it.
it pops out better. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't look as
Like
ragtag.
that's
Yeah,
that looks pretty bad.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyways.
See if you can get it's the South Korean alternate on there. You got to check out this
Oh no, South Korea.
Chuck E.
Here.
Cheese carpet pattern.
South Korea. World Cup jersey. Yeah, they didn't make the list. What happened? I feel like I saw it on another list. Oh man, was it this one?
That black jersey. Look at that like straight like bowling alley carpet.
Wait, is it this one?
Yeah, that like 90s laser tag carpet
Oh
pattern.
man.
Look at that.
Oh man. Jeez. Holy shit, you nailed it. The bowling alley carpet. Oh my god. Poor Korea.
No.
Son's gonna be just scoring goals in this shit. It's that same. It's that same style too, with that weird
Yeah, it's
like.
the same. Yeah, but they blended it in
Oh
better.
man, those Nike designers really fucked up. They usually nail it, but that's bad. That's real bad. Oh my god.
I know. Yeah,
Oh
the
man.
list I was on, they had it at the very bottom. I was like,
Yeah. Oh man. Poor South Korea. They're not. They have no chance now. You can't win in that jersey.
yeah, it'll be posted like that forever.
All right. You want to do some trivia?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. You want to go first? Why don't you go first?
Why don't we have a couple or what? What do we got?
You want me to go
We just
first?
have one? No, maybe we switch off. Do you have a few?
Yeah, I have a few.
Okay, let's switch off. So I'll go first. So we were talking a little bit about Champions League. So it's a pretty straightforward question. Kind of more of a test of if you've been paying attention at all with the Nations League since it started. Can you name either of the two teams that have won the first two Nations Leagues? So the first Nations League was 2018-19. The second one was 2020-21. And now we're now in the third one, which is 22-23. So there's been two past champions. Can you name either of the two teams?
No, of course not. Okay. Well, I mean, it's got to be only a handful of teams. So let's. France?
Oh, yeah, you got it.
I mean, World Cup champs. They're the best team.
Yeah, they won last year against Spain in the final.
Hell yeah. All right. So I got one. Now I got to get the other one.
Well, you could, yeah, try. I mean, that's good enough, but try and guess it if you want.
Okay. Did you drink?
Yeah, I just drank.
Okay. All right. So the year before, I'm gonna go
Very
with.
first.
I'm gonna go with. No, I'm not gonna go with them. How about let's try Germany. No.
Nope. One more guess.
One more guess. No, I wouldn't be them. Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah,
Spain.
Germany hasn't even finished in the top four either time.
Really interesting. Spain.
Yeah. Spain?
Uh-huh.
No, it's Portugal.
Oh, with the Euro
Yeah.
win. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the year after the Euro, or no, that was the year before the Euro. No, wait. Yeah, no, different Euro. I'm thinking totally different time period. But yeah, 2019. So the year after the World Cup, Portugal won. They beat the Netherlands. England was third. Switzerland fourth. And then last year, France won over Spain, and then Italy was third over Belgium
Nice.
after the Euros win the year before.
Okay.
All right, what do you
I
got?
drank on that. Okay, so all of my trivia questions kind of fit a theme, so I'm going to start with an easy one. It's going to progressively get harder.
Okay.
Speaking of paying attention, can you name the bottom three teams in the Premier League right now? If the league ended today, these three teams would get relegated.
Well, Leicester's in last
Correct?
with 1 point. Oh, man. Southampton?
No, Southampton is in 14th place.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. They are, what are they? They're only 3 points ahead of relegation, but they're one win up.
How many more guesses do I get?
I'll give you two more because you have to get two. So
Oh, shit.
I think you can get one of the two.
There's another team like Everton or like Leicester and Everton that were. I know Everton now that they won, they should be out of it because they
Mm-hmm.
had a few ties. Um,
Yeah, yeah. Everton, you're right. With that win, they moved out of relegation, and they're 3 points above.
uh, well, West Ham started out really shitty. Um, so I guess they won once. Yeah, it's West Ham.
You got it. All right, they're 18th.
Okay.
They are tied with this other team, but they're ahead on goal differential. So, can you name that last team?
All right. If it wasn't Southampton, then who's a team like that
It's not
that struggled?
Southampton. I'll give you a hint that Villa just won to take them out of it. Just a
Yeah,
reminder.
Villa was down there too. You're saying? Okay.
Villa was down there, but they just got a win.
I know Wolves has been struggling to a degree. Uh, Fulham's doing well.
Yeah.
Brentford's doing well.
Fulham's 6th.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like going through.
Fulham's ahead of Chelsea and Liverpool.
Nottingham. That's awesome. Nottingham and Wolves both got to be down there.
So I will say the two teams you just mentioned are 19 and 17.
Oh, so it's one of those.
So it's one of those two. So which one's it gonna be?
I'm trying to remember who's won and who hasn't won. Uh,
Tick tock, tick tock, tick.
Wolves. I don't know. I'm gonna go Nottingham because I
You
like
got it. You got it.
Is it?
Nice. It's Nottingham. Nottingham Forest. They have 4 points. Wolves has 6. So
Okay, so just ahead of
I'll
them.
drink for
Okay.
that one. I'll drink for that one. You got it.
Yeah, they each have one win, and Wolves has 2 more draws. Okay.
All right. What do you got?
All right. So my question is about stats. So we've done some kind of deep dive stats a few episodes ago. But we had gone through. You had actually asked me, I think, who was the all-time Premier League assist leader. You asked me the all-time. I came back and asked you who has the most in a season. So now you take it the next step further. So, two-part question here. So, first of all, what do you think is the record for the most assists in a Premier League match? You got one guess
Oh, in one match?
in one match. A number. What do you think the record is?
I feel like three's probably happened multiple times. 4 is probably my guess. I feel like 5 is kind of ridiculous, so I'm gonna go 4.
It is 4. You got it. I'll drink to that. It's a good guess.
I know what the follow up is. So
All
who
right.
did
The
it?
follow-up now is I want you to try to name. I'm going to give you. Well, we'll see how many of these you can name. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people tied with that record.
7?
7 different people have gotten 4 assists in a Premier League match.
Holy shit!
I know. When I saw it, I was like, "Oh!" I thought it'd be like 2 or 3
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
that's crazy.
7 different people have done this.
Okay.
So, I'm wondering if you can name at least 2 of them with 5 guesses.
At least 2 with 5 guesses. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with Cesc Fabregas.
you got one already.
That's what I like to see. Ozil?
Nope,
No. Kevin De Bruyne.
nope.
Um. No, I don't think he's gotten it. I'm trying to think back to those Chelsea teams. He's not a big assist guy. There's probably a guy. I mean, you could just have a good game though, I guess. David Silva.
Nope. I'll give you one more guess to try and get one. I'll give you a hint. 1, 2, 3 of these guys, so 3 of the 6 you haven't named, are true out-and-out strikers. Like, they're not midfielders.
You know, I was thinking of Luis. Didn't Luis Suarez have a big assist game?
No, it's not him.
Okay.
I'll give you one more guess.
Wayne Rooney.
Nope.
Damn.
All right, so
that was a good one, though. Well, list them out.
Dennis Bergkamp in 1999.
I thought about him, and I was like, nah. Maybe Thierry Henry? No.
Adebayor when he was on Tottenham.
Oh, wow.
In 2012. Yep. Harry Kane against Southampton in 2020. Paul Pogba in 2021 against Leeds. Santi Cazorla.
Dude, he was a savage. Love that guy.
I know. And then Jose Antonio Reyes in 2006 for Arsenal.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty sick list there. So,
dude, last weekend, so I was watching the highlights, and I started watching classic match highlights. Have you watched those before?
Yeah, they'll pull up like this classic game from like 2012.
I can't remember the year, but it was Arsenal versus Manchester United, just like a league match towards the end of the season, and so it was important. And it was the Arsenal with like Thierry Henry, Van Persie. Bergkamp wasn't on the team, but they had Adebayor.
Yeah.
Dude, Adebayor was so good, dude. He was those other two guys are better than him, but there was a point where he was a problem, man. He was really good. It was cool to watch him.
I know that. Yeah, I remember watching some highlights of him and just remembering how good he was. And he like had such a FU attitude too, which was awesome.
He was like lanky, but he had like really good control, and he had a unique way of dribbling. I don't know, it was cool. It was fun to watch that. All right. So, going off of the standings, this is what was the crux of my trivia pursuits here. Okay, this is going to be tough. I'll give you 3 guesses.
Okay.
Which team in the Premier League has the youngest average age of 23.6 years old? I will give you one hint. This is a top half team. 3 guesses.
Top half. I don't know who everyone is in the top half.
All right, I'll give you
half team.
I'll give you one more hint, but you only get one guess after I give you this hint.
Well, no. I'd rather have 3 guesses.
Okay, 3 guesses. Go.
Give me that and get down to the last guess.
Okay.
I know you already said Fulham is up there, but I swear to God, they have like was William playing and shit. They've got one of the old sticks, so not them. Who's he got? I feel like Man City's pretty young. Man City?
It's not Man City. They are. Their average age is 26.5 years old.
What does that put them, like 4th or 5th or something?
It puts them like 11th, I think. 11th, 12th. Okay. So that's strike 1.
Arsenal?
Nailed it! Nice.
Yes. That's not top half.
That is top half. technically.
That's top.
That's top half. So yeah, Arsenal is the youngest team in the league, based off players that have played, not substitutes. So they've played 21 players, average age of 23.6. Like I said, what I thought was really interesting is all the top teams are on the older side. Arsenal is the only one, and they're leading the league, and they're the youngest team. So Chelsea, this is the bottom five, or I guess let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the oldest 7 teams in the league, from youngest to oldest. Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham, Newcastle, Fulham, and West Ham. Those are the oldest teams.
Wow. Okay.
But those are most of the good teams, which is surprising that the youngest team in the league is leading the league, which is pretty cool.
Leading the league. Yeah. Where's Leeds at? I feel like they got to be.
Leeds is third youngest.
Yeah. I was gonna say Leeds at first, but then
yeah,
I was like, I don't think they're in the top half.
I'll read the 5 youngest. It goes Arsenal, Southampton, Leeds, Brentford, Everton.
Southampton's a good one too. Yeah, I knew they were super young. They got a bunch of young guys.
Yeah, Everton.
And then you said what was 4th and 5th?
Arsenal, Southampton, Leeds, Brentford, Everton, Nottingham Forest, Wolves, and then Bournemouth. Yeah. So it's all the worst teams are young, except Arsenal, who's leading the league.
Yeah.
And Brentford's had a good start. But yeah, most of the bad teams are on the younger side. So
who's the oldest though?
West Ham.
West Ham.
And they're struggling. So
yeah, they are.
I don't know. Take that for whatever you want to do with that.
Yeah.
All right, do you have any more?
That was it. That's it that I had.
Okay, I have one more. So I don't know if you saw, but I will get this pronunciation wrong for sure. But Ethan Nwaneri became the youngest player to ever play in a Premier League game. He got subbed in for Arsenal. He's 15 years old.
Yeah.
And which is insane. Like, what the fuck were we doing at 15? Like, I didn't have my driver's license yet. Playing in the Premier League? No way.
Playing in the Premier League.
Yeah, like what the it's crazy. It's crazy to think. So they subbed him in with a few minutes left, just in stoppage time. So he didn't really get a chance to, and the game was already over. But it got me to thinking, okay, there's always hey, this is the new youngest guy. But how often do these guys ever make a career for themselves? Yeah. So I found this list of the youngest players in the Premier League to have played or make their debut, and then it surprised. I guess it didn't really surprise me, but this list is 10 guys, not counting Ethan, but the other 10, only 2 of them really made a real good career for themselves. The ones that did, Harvey Elliott, I'm going to say he made it because he's starting at Liverpool. But he got through his injury. I don't think Rooney made the list, honestly. There's been guys since that. So I'll just list them up real quick. So
he came in at 16 or 17. So
from youngest to oldest, Harvey Elliott is number 2, 16 years old, 1 month. And then Matthew Briggs didn't really go anywhere. Izzy Brown didn't go anywhere.
Is this just Premier League?
I think so. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Aaron Lennon, he had a solid career, so he panned out. Jose Baxter, no. Russian Hepburn Murphy, no. Reece Oxford, no. Jack Robinson, no. Jack Wilshere, he had a pretty solid career. It could have been better, but he seemed to always be injured. Angel Gomez, or Gomes, or however you pronounce it, he's actually got a legitimate career, but he plays in France. but like those were the top 10 or the youngest guys. Uh, Not a lot of them panned out, so we'll see if this guy does.
Damn, yeah, I thought Wilshire was still playing somewhere. Dude, I just looked him up.
He might
30?
be, is he? He's probably
No,
in the MLS
30.
somewhere.
30 years old, and he's already retired as a coach.
He had so many injuries. He was just
Yeah.
always off the field.
He's the current head coach of Arsenal's under-18s.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah, kind of a bummer with the injuries. You hate to see it.
Yeah, that sucks.
There wasn't really a trivia question there, I guess. It was more just...
Yeah, it's a stat pull-out.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need those.
Yeah. All right. So what's on the docket next? We don't have any games for next week.
I did have a rumor question for you.
Okay.
Along the Nations League thing. So kind of a would you rather sort of, but there's a rumor that the Nations League is looking to expand, and they're interested, or there's interest coming from CONMEBOL, so South America, so the South American countries to join the next Nations League, or next couple in a couple of Nations League to join. What do you think about that move? Would you want the Nations League to expand? So right now it's all the European countries, 55 teams total, to add another, the 10, I think there's 10, 12, 10 South American teams. Would you like that? Do you think it would make it better, make it worse?
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't think it would make it better. It would be like, what, World Cup light? Like, nobody cares.
Yeah, right.
Nobody really cares about the Nations League that much anyways. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's not enough room. There's already so many tournaments at a club level. You have the Euros, which are sick, and then offset that with the World Cup, obviously. No one really even cares about the Olympics that much.
Yeah. Well, it's under 23, that's why. But,
yeah, I mean, another national... I don't think there's interest, at least from me, with that. So
yeah.
I would say no.
No, I like when you said World Cup light. I just feel like it's them going to keep trying to push the boundary of like, oh, this is just as big as, Euros or the World Cup, and it's just not going to get there. So I don't know. It just sounded more gimmicky to me than anything, and I don't think I would like it either.
Yeah,
I think it should stay with it.
They're trying to make more money, but I don't think it's really going to work.
South America did some sort of Nations League, right, or something, but that would be cool. Or maybe the Americas as a whole. That would be cool. Imagine the U.S. playing, Argentina or something.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of do that, but not in a good way.
So, yeah, I think that would be cool, something like that. But I don't like the cross continent stuff going down. So,
yeah, agreed. All right, cool. So, what do we got next?
I mean, do we want to reach out towards next weekend to look at bets?
Do you want to
or do we want to hold off till next episode?
Well, let's do our prop bets with the Nations League games.
All right, so underdog.
Yeah. So I can pull up the screen if you want, and we can look at it.
All right. See what the odds are looking like here.
Okay, so here we go.
Yeah, I've got it here too. Yep. Okay.
So, Estonia. I'm staying away from the teams I don't even know. Germany, Hungary. Yeah, that's going to be a beatdown. All right, this is interesting to me. Italy and England.
Italy at home.
Pretty even odds. Like,
yeah.
England is the favorite looking at these odds here, but that doesn't qualify as an underdog for us, does it?
Yeah, no, it's got to be the 100-pointer.
Yeah, it's got to be a 100-point difference for
us.
So
there's Czech Republic at home against Portugal would qualify. Ireland on the road at Scotland.
Czech Republic's a solid team.
Yeah. Sweden on the road at Serbia would qualify. Switzerland on the road in Spain would qualify.
Yeah, I don't like that one. I think I'll take. Oh, I gotta go with the home nation, dude. Ireland against Scotland. Put it on the board.
Dude, you know what I'm going to take? I don't know if you made it down far enough yet, but Germany is greater than 100-point underdog on the road in England.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't look at these games. I saw these grayed out ones and I stopped.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me keep looking then.
I'm going to take that if it's out there. Czech Republic on the road in Switzerland's a greater than 100-point.
Okay. I'm going with the bloodline, and I'm taking Ireland.
All right. I'll take
Against Scotland, that'll be an awesome game in Scotland.
Yeah, I know. That'll be pretty dope.
That'll be so.
That's going to be a game I want to watch. I want to watch the highlights of that.
Hell yeah. All right.
All right,
cool.
I'll take Germany against England. Let's write this down. So we got prop bets. Austin's got Ireland on the road, Scotland. Torin's got Germany on the road in England.
I don't know why these are crossed off.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on there.
I don't know. But yeah. I hope that Netherlands-Belgium game happens because I feel like that would be a really good game. All right, cool. But yeah, short week this week with the break. We'll be back next week. I love the games next weekend. We got the Manchester Derby, or 2 weekends from now, and then Arsenal Tottenham as well. Ooh, gonna be some good games.
I'm pretty stoked for that. Yeah, it'll make up for the missed Chelsea Liverpool we didn't get last weekend.
And then one thing I do want to do, whether it's next week or a different week, is you had the idea, but we need to do the Streets Won't Forget starting 11.
Streets Won't Forget starting 11.
I don't think there's enough for each of us to have our own team.
Yeah, we might need to do it.
I think we could do is just have one team to split, and then like you call out a guy to put on the team, I'll call out a guy, and then we won't worry about positions. We'll just like get 11 on there.
Yeah, we'll just get some guys out there. Yeah, we can mix and match. I like that.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's do
it.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll talk next week then.
All right.
See you
Cheers.
Later. Oh,
on the way out.
What do you got left? I got nothing.
I got just the drops.
Cheers.
All right.